Okay then, let's get this ball rolling. Right, we'll go back to this pre-picture because it's a nice picture.
Ooh.
Yes.
There should be music. If it's too loud, tell me, I'll change it.
Perfect.
No, it's fine.
Okay, so we'll do a quick rundown of what happened last session. You were all hired individually as security for a big ball at the House du Maurier, a big swanky palacey place run by the Lady du Maurier. It's her house. You were told to keep an eye out because the nobles are always trying to sabotage each other's parties and fuck each other up just because they can. So everything was going fine for a little while, and then there was a scream in the kitchens and a black figure ran through. So you gave chase, fought some rats, fought some enchanted swords, and then you met a guy called Danris in the stables who was like, I ain't seen shit, I was asleep. And then Digi knocked him out. Then Darren came, you had a short rest, you went back into the ball. Grayson tried to touch up the Lady du Maurier and steal her shit. Matt was flirting with a foot.
Hey, no, wait. I wasn't flirting with him. I was just moving him away so that Grayson could get in there with the lady.
Yeah, you were flirting big time.
No, he was flirting with me. I told him to go away.
Anyway, Matt pulled. Grayson didn't. So after a while, there was little bits and bobs of conversations you were picking up, like who was having an affair, whose gardener had left because of trouble with the hedgerow that you all completely missed. Then there was a problem with the toilets. The guards summoned you over to come and have a look. Grayson and Leah had a very touching moment in the toilet together. Got
Leah,
nice and
that was
close
one
and
of
personal.
Leah's best roles.
Yeah.
Leah's best role happened there.
Narrowly avoided getting hit by a sleeping dart, but failed to notice an arcane sigil on the toilet. You looked out the window, saw there were footprints that led out towards the gardens. So Brad, in all his wisdom and tiny gnomish self, decided to launch himself out of the window to follow these footsteps. Everyone followed him outside, and you gave chase to the black figure. You all climbed up on top of a greenhouse, some more successfully than others, ran across. Leah attempted to shoot him with the sleeping dart he'd recovered with the arrow. Completely missed, and that arrow was forgotten about and left in the hedges. Came to the other end of the greenhouse, tried to jump off. Again, Grayson had to cast Feather Fall so he didn't die. And then you got to the maze, where Isaac's little buddy Jacote came out, which caused quite a lot of problems and questions within the group. Yeah, with that beautiful accent. Well done. So you managed to find out which way he went, and you followed. And on the way, you noticed he'd been grappled by some sort of thing in the hedges. So you gave chase. You all got grappled by those things in the hedges yourselves. You all managed to break free of those and go into the central area of the fountain, where you had your final confrontation with the black figure. It turned out to be a gentleman called Jonathan, who was working in cahoots with a noble called Abraham. Now, you had quite an epic fight. Isaac couldn't hit shit. Grayson shot him in the knee. And Digi got knocked out. But eventually you did manage to defeat them. Jonathan, pulling up on the daggers to inflict his final blow on himself, killed himself then and there, quite brutally. Abraham was knocked out by the party and tied up. In comes Darren, everyone's favourite butler, who took, with his guards, and he took Abraham away. And Isaac did a check on Darren. He used his detect undead ability and detected that there was something not quite right about Darren and potentially his guards. Abraham was carted away to the dungeons of the House du Maurier, and you were all brought back to the guards' chambers to have a long rest for the evening. So that's where we start. You wake up. You awaken to the sound of a horn, like a bugle, sounding out, and the sound of horses and carriages pulling away, because the guards' chambers are quite close to the stable areas. So there sounds like quite a few, at least 4 or 5 horses and maybe 1 or 2 carriages are currently leaving the property of the House du Maurier. So that's what's working you up.
Okay. Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Trust everyone. Sorry,
God.
I'm doing the wrong voice. I trust you all slept well.
I don't know, I wish these bloody horses had shut up. They're so loud.
Oh, me and Barnaby here. Oh, no, dog buddy. Jesus.
Did you sleep with your dog?
Of course it did. He makes a great pillow. It's
Okay.
so warm. We keep body warm. You know, it's.
Pillow, he's like twice as big as you are.
Yep. Makes for the perfect pillow.
Oh, jeez. Alright.
So
So,
that was quite an event last night.
you're quite an event. What is this thing with your... Show me your arm. Give me your arm. Show me.
No.
No, come on.
It's not something I can just show you. I'd have to like take everything off.
What, you need music?
Take it
Candles?
off.
What?
No. I have to. It's not. I can't just roll up my sleeve. It's all chainmail.
Uh-huh.
Do you have music? We're all waiting, big guy.
Okay. I remove the glove off my left hand and just roll the sleeve up to like here
Yeah.
or something, so you can see like that much of my arm and the markings on it.
So
I'm
at
pretty
what
sure you
point
can
does
get an ointment for that.
At what point does your tattoo start swearing and eating and things then?
When I need him to. Sometimes when I don't want him to, but most of the time it's just.
That's proper creep. Like, I have to harvest organs and things, but that's proper creepy.
It was a little. I got used to it.
Uh-huh.
But it's not something that I enjoy having.
We got anything for eats? Any breakfast or?
I think there might be some food that was left out last night. It might be a little stale now. There was a little bit of food left out.
Yeah, you don't want what I've got.
I was just gonna say we don't fancy a bottle of piss again.
And you
Actually,
certainly don't.
Does
You don't
somebody
want what
mind?
I've got. It's
Does
got.
somebody mind pissing in a bottle for me real quick? Because then at least I've got, something
no.
else.
First thing in the morning, I think we're all pretty much loaded up, so you could probably get 3 bottles if you really wanted.
You're gonna have to drink them.
Just the little guy to volunteer.
Give me that. Give me that bottle. Which side of me?
Yeah, give me a bottle too. I'll fill one out for you.
Giz bottle.
Yeah, all right. Sounds good.
In fact, it's been a while. I might need 2 bottles.
Yeah, sure. I'll carry 3 bottles of urine around with me. That sounds like great fun, boys. Yeah, cheers for that.
That's what you get for asking.
Yeah. Just need a second. There you go.
More than 3 shakes is a wank.
It was 3 exactly. Got my money's worth.
Oh, that's not too bad then. That's not too bad altogether. Right, so how many bottles have you just given me back? 3, yeah?
If that's all right with, as long as that's all right with the GM.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now,
Now, do the different races denote different properties to the piss?
Nah,
Is Gnome's
no.
piss different from?
No,
She's not
sorry.
picky about her piss.
Sorry, mate. Piss is piss. Right.
Piss is piss.
It might adjust the flavour slightly.
Am I
we'll
I
probably find out.
all right to mix up 3 bottles of stuff?
Yeah, this is basically like a rest period, so if you've got any preparations you want to make, you can do that.
Can I
I'm just
Look
going to have a bit
around,
of a stretch.
dude? Look
Yeah,
around?
you can. Yeah,
Rub your
have
arm
look
a bit.
around. So, Brad has a look around. It's the same guest room that you were brought into the first time you arrived at the House du Maurier. So there's tables with some chairs. There's a nice fireplace. There's like a bit of an armor rack with people's boots and stuff on there. There's like a board with like notices pinned on, stuff like Danris, clean your fucking shoes, they stink, kind of stuff. There's the 2 beds that are in the corner that 47 and Pip had claimed as soon as they went
Sorry,
in.
what
so.
did you just say about the boots?
It was a notice to Danris, the stable guard, to clean his boots.
Oh, 'cause
Well, I
they
hope he's
think that's
okay.
Well, you know,
fine.
he was knocked out last time you left him. So.
I hope no one found him unconscious on the floor because I just think he was asleep.
He was asleep.
Has he
was
been
asleep,
killed?
Yeah, I know,
So
but at least he was probably like hidden away. We just left him on the floor of the stables.
I'd hate for him to lose a hand.
So what you do notice that although it is the morning, you do know it is the morning. It's still quite dark outside. It's quite overcast. It is a mountainous area, so there's not much sunlight. And it is the winter period, so it's pretty dim all the time. But from what light there is filtering through, you can tell it is morning. But there is a nice fire that is just like slowly embers. It's warmed the place somewhat.
Is there food? Can I find food?
There is bits of bread that have been left over. Maybe like the odd cup of water, but there's nothing meal-wise. If you were to do that, you get the sense you would have to go elsewhere for that.
Can we raid the kitchen?
I don't think you can
Anyone up for
raise
it?
the kitchen.
I mean, you could certainly ask everyone's favourite butler if you could visit the kitchen.
Or
What's
someone
the-
could stealth in there.
Is there
Someone
anyone-
could stealth.
Is there anyone else in this room other than us?
No, there's no one currently in there except you at the minute. You can tell people have been in during the night time. Like certain things have changed position, certain chairs are pulled out, but besides
Okay.
that, there's
But
no
it's
one
just
there.
the
with
four
you.
of us.
Yeah, it's just you guys.
Okay, while there's just the four of us in here, maybe we should discuss what happened last night and get everyone's thoughts and opinions. Because while there's no one else around to hear what we're talking about, might be an idea to discuss, and then at least we can all be on the same page.
Considering I'm not even entirely sure what the hell happened last night,
Well, this is exactly why I think we should talk about it.
yeah.
So, long story short, we fucked up a guy and his mate, and then his mate was really afraid of being taken off, and we got a super bad vibe off Darren, and like, he's not a good guy. He's not a good guy.
We
you know?
don't know that. We don't
No,
know.
I
But then
do.
what does that concern us,
How do you
really?
know
We're here and then we'll be gone again, right?
True, but you know, we fucked
How
the
do
guy
you-
over. We fucked him over. Like
That was our
Abraham,
job.
That was our job.
We
I'm
did
not
what we
even
were
sure-
paid to do.
Yeah, I'm not even sure you realise what you were actually paid. You weren't paid to sing. You weren't paid to chat up some lady.
That's just a perk.
Not a very good one.
At the end of
I'm
the
not
day,
very good with the perk. I'll give you that.
Brad and 47 went into the toilets and gave chase to a man. We all followed. We chased that man. We tried many times to communicate with that man, who then ignored us, which left us no other choice, really, than to fight him. Now,
So
his
what do you
friend
guys know
turns
about
up.
this? What do you guys know about this? And I pull out my fucking pendant, the Ward of
just-
Serenray thing, the
Yeah,
obsidian necklace.
it's a symbol of ceremony, but I don't
Mhm.
know exactly
Mhm.
what that has to do with anything,
So this was on the guys, right?
right?
Uh,
So,
Matt, you do know Isaac knows that Serenray is a good god. Like if you
Yeah,
could
yeah,
put,
no.
like pick God is like the best of the best.
Yeah.
Like there's no evil intentions with Serenray.
So you were telling me that we fucked up a guy who was like massively religious in the very sweet kind of way?
in the
He
nice
could have
Maybe.
just robbed that.
Because that's
It might not even be his.
But at the same time,
maybe he
Uh,
stole it from a nun. You don't know.
yeah,
he did
bingo.
almost.
I could wear
at
a
the same
necklace.
time. At the same time, he did almost kill Captain Naka,
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
the
was
same
defending
same
himself.
man who was being all
defending
religious
himself.
and stuff.
Captain
So-
Knackers.
Yeah, Captain Knackers, yeah.
Okay. just making sure.
Well, look, let me just put it this way.
Let me,
If you
let
were
me
to
just
put
write
yourself-
that down. Right?
If you were to put yourself into this guy's position, if someone attacked you after you were going in and you were doing your thing, would you defend yourself? Would you, retaliate in any way, shape, or form?
We
Was
had
it not
attempted
him
to
that set the
communicate
trap
with
at the back?
Based on that arm of yours, it certainly looks like you've retaliated before.
The problem is, right, what I'm saying is, you've taken, or we've beaten up this guy, who believes in this, big true deity in the sky, whatever it is that you guys believe in, other than bones and teeth. But if somebody was opposing him for, say, religious reasons, that's kind of scary, don't you think?
Well, when you consider that, there was two things involved here. That last night Isaac pointed out to us that he got a really bad vibe from Dameron. And
yeah, well, he's a bit of a dick, but I wouldn't,
But when you couple it with the fact that a guy told me that your one in the tower must be stopped, that they're not what they seem and they're cruel and they're fucking evil, then that's kind of an alarm bell going off right there.
But then is it anything to do with us? Oh my goodness, she's dying.
But do you not think that we have some kind of responsibility to go after this guy and release him from the clutches of these foul creatures?
No, being funny.
I'm getting paid.
I'm a cat. You're a dog man, right?
I'm not a dog man.
You slept with your dog. Of course you're a dog man.
Hey, that was consensual, and you won't say anything about it.
He's got his little friend, and you were lovely.
Hashtag love wins.
Why is it anything to do with us? This is all, high nobly, religiously kind of.
Well, if you guys want to do that, I have a fucking conscience. So me and Barnaby over here, we're gonna sniff out justice.
I'm not against the idea.
McGruff the crime dog.
Barnaby the crime hound, yeah.
I'm not completely against the idea, but I just want some proof that what you are suggesting to do is the right course of action.
Do you not trust
Because
yourself?
currently we don't have any proof that anything is wrong.
What kind of proof are you looking for?
Something that makes me think, that's a bit wrong.
Other than the proof we have that he attacked us and therefore he's bad.
I'm not being funny. I would attack you if you had, enough organs and gold coins and things. That's the way the world works, isn't it? I'm not being funny.
That's how you work. Maybe not the world.
No.
Well, I'm
We
sorry.
are
If
the
somebody
world.
had a very nice loot and you wanted a very nice loot, are you telling me that you would look that person in the eye and then just turn away and go, "Yeah, you keep your very nice loot, fella"? No, you wouldn't.
I'd win it in a sing-off.
No. Exactly. You would attack them in the way that you know how.
I got something.
Look, we tried
That
tried-
has a
Awesome.
twisted logic.
Feels like.
We tried to communicate. We tried to communicate with Jonathan, to no avail. He just kept shutting us down every time we tried to talk to him. We attempted to communicate peacefully with Abraham,
And we did.
and afterwards.
Yep.
But originally, I'm saying we tried to communicate with him, and that didn't happen. All we got was allies of the demon, and then he almost killed Captain Naka.
Can you blame him though? If he's if he thinks we're allies of the demon, and you were getting a massive vibe of one of the fellas who's paying our coin.
Yeah, it's my spell detects demonic or undead beings. I get a
not
little
good
bit
things, is what we're saying.
I get a little bit of that off myself every time I do it.
So you're saying it's
And the-
splash damage.
And the tiefling that was one of the slave servant people back in the castle last night at the ball. I picked her up on that. Is she evil?
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
You have no idea.
Trust yourself.
That's what I'm saying. You have no idea whatsoever.
So what are you
might be,
proposing we do?
They might be slightly demonic. They might be a demon in a different form. They might even be undead. Don't know. But it doesn't necessarily mean that they're evil.
So what do you
Oh, because necromancy's fucking all over the place. Like, priests are like, "Oh, hey, guys, you want to bring someone back from the dead? Oh, cool, let's go ahead and do that. Hey, man, you fucking come back and here's your
All I'm
family
saying
back,
is we
you know?"
don't know. We don't know, do we? We don't know if they're undead or if they're demons. I just get a sense about it. I can't
Okay,
tell you
so
whether they're...
She dabbles in magic. She spurns my advances. She
You tried to steal
has been
from
told
her.
100%.
You
she's
tried
clearly
to
not
steal
human.
from her
She's clearly
right in
not
front
human
of
in that regard. Her set, like, okay, cool. I did try and steal from her, but she did respond unnaturally fast to my, attempt. I've done that shit before, and no one has reacted that fast. That's some.
I mean,
know,
on hearing
this-
your shit, I'd react that fast. But I mean,
Exactly,
if you want
right?
to take
So-
it as a hint that she's a bit more than just what she is, I'll listen to that.
She's taking
She's
performance
rich.
enhancing drugs.
She's used to being robbed.
Okay, so what are our options here? Our options
You
are.
come rescue me.
Get more proof.
I'm just gonna cover up that part of my screen.
I'll just go.
So I
Isaac
want to go right.
Isaac seems to be the one with the plan with the sense.
What's your plan, Isaac?
What do you suggest?
One more proof.
Right.
Okay, but
we
you
need
don't
to-
tell us what kind of proof you want. Like, what are you looking?
How are we going to get that?
I've got it.
Do we talk to Darren?
Yeah. Okay, you've got it. Yeah. What have you got?
talk-
Is it in sense?
talk a
Is
little
it
bit
in
today,
reason?
We see if there are any more servants around, and maybe we can talk to them. Because I am slightly intrigued by the leather collars. That
I'm going to the Jacks.
Are you sure? Okay. I'm not rescuing this time. I'm not rescuing this time.
So
I'm
God, I
interested
hope
in
there's
the leather
another
collars
sleeping
because
dart in there.
all of the servants were wearing these leather collars, and it just seemed a bit weird that they would all be wearing them.
I'm going to go back.
Unless,
Oh,
unless
it's that kind of deal, is it? It's that kind of mansion.
so. I mean, it looks like on the on the surface that they're there to maintain posture so that they're all, standing upright and stuff, and they don't slouch and all that kind of stuff, and they keep their heads up. But what if it's not that at all? Maybe what if it's to cover something up?
BDSM.
Or it could be
Oh, it's just a nifty fashion statement either way.
I don't think servants get to make nifty fashion statements.
No, I mean like a nifty fashion statement that's being passed down the mansion, but
Oh,
I
see.
wouldn't expect you to understand things like that.
I wear this stupid metal mask. I don't know anything about fashion.
Yeah, because you've got a funny face underneath it.
Wow, thanks.
Can I
Like, that's not a fashion choice. That's a necessity thing. My charisma is -2. I have no idea what you want.
That's fine.
As you guys are talking amongst yourselves, you hear the familiar knocking of the door, and in comes Darren, dressed
Wow.
in his finest butler robe. Everything's perfectly pressed. He's got his silver hair pulled back in a very nice, neat ponytail with a black ribbon in it. He's got his head held high and aloof. He looks at you all disdainfully, as he does, because he doesn't like any of you. And he comes in and he's like, "Morning. I assume you all slept well."
The fuck, mate?
Kinda.
I mean, well
There is
enough
only two
considering.
beds, so
Yeah, you only gave us 2 beds, and there's not exactly, food here left for us in the morning. I mean, you should be feeding us in the morning. How else
Is-
are we
is
meant
it-
to stay,
Is it possible for us to make a trip into the kitchen and just leftovers from all from the time?
Of course, we can do that for you. We'll go through to the kitchens. I will have Astrid prepare you some meals. Also, I do have a proposal for you. The Lady du Maurier was very impressed with the services you provided her last evening.
Even him. As I point to Brad.
Impressed with some more than others.
You guys got a lot to live up to now. He's told you.
Now, the Lady du Maurier has unfortunately just been called away on business, so she's not currently at the house at this present time. However, she would like to speak to you all, grant you an audience, so she can pass on her appreciation in person and give you your rewards. So she has requested that you remain guests at the House du Maurier for the next few days while she's away on business and comes
Next
back.
few days.
Are you going to feed us?
Yes, you will be
Every
fed
day.
and lodged. You will learn
Priorities.
Are you going to feed us every day, though?
Appropriate arrangements will be made in the guest apartments in the west wing of the house. You will no
That's
longer
very
have to stay in this.
Thank you.
Damn. Barnaby, we're moving up in the world.
He looks at you
I'm-
very disdainfully. He's really not impressed with you or Barnaby.
Don't
To be
need-
fair, fella,
need to
I'm
impress
not a
him.
dog person either. I wouldn't worry about it. You know, you just kind of pop them off to the side and they
The
quiet
disgusting,
down.
slathering beasts.
Exactly. Not clean, I guess. You know, no, you know.
Not like the cat.
Indeed.
I hope there's a saucer of milk in that kitchen somewhere.
Better bloody act be!
Cats licking their own butts and stuff.
So if you would kindly follow me, I will take you through to the kitchens. We will have some breakfast, and then I will show you to the guest apartments. You can get yourself settled and arranged. You will have access to the public areas of the House du Maurier, but we do ask that the ladies' private areas, including the
Seriously,
takes a
can you not
moment.
house them down here? Like,
You see his perfectly manicured hand just comes up, finishes the bridge of his nose. The Lady du Maurier's private lodgings will remain private. You will remain in the public areas. That also includes the guard areas and any sort of defense, the cellars. You are guests. You are no longer required for security.
Okay,
Cool.
I can do that. First thing though, foods. Lead the way.
So he takes you through, he leads you through quite a few hallways and corridors, and everything's just ridiculously over the top, like posh. Like there's marble floors, marble pillars. Yep. So
Are there any paintings on the walls?
yes.
Do the eyes follow you?
Can I? Is it possible for me to just? Because I have a bit of a thing about like history and stuff anyway. Because reading I did growing up.
Yeah.
Is there anything that I like notice in any of the paintings, like brooches or necklaces, or any symbols of any kind that might be? I need to roll a perception.
You would do, but just from looking at it, you notice that the most of the paintings are of the same, like three people. It's Lady du Maurier and another man and a woman. But if you want to roll a history check, you can do that.
Oh, don't have
Give you a bit
anything.
more information.
I'll just roll a d20.
Or a perception. Roll as a d20. We'll see what you know.
I don't have.
Whoa!
Yeah.
So you know
Good
that
start.
they're
Good
painted.
start.
Oh, amazing.
Have you guys seen people in these paintings?
You're like, oh, it's a person. No, you can see, you basically can tell that it's of the same three people.
Okay.
The paintings are of different styles, but that doesn't mean anything to you as far as you're concerned. That could be just different people have painted
Fair
them.
Darren, before we move further, I like all the artwork you have in this house. I was just wondering if you could tell me who the two other people are in the paintings.
Of course, that is the Lady du Maurier's mother and father, Allegra and Sebastian.
Okay. Thank you. They're very good,
Thank you. The Lady du Maurier is very proud of them.
and so she should be.
So he continues, he takes you through still. So you take note that, you know, everything's super posh. It's very dark though. There's curtains over most of the windows. It's pretty dull. Everything's just lit by like candles and little sconces set into the walls. But it all looks really posh. Takes you through to the kitchen, and Astrid is there, who Caitlin had a nice little run in last time she was in the kitchen. She's there just prepping away at breakfast. She's just chopping up some fruit to put in bowls and stuff like that.
Sorry, what was it was Allegra and
Sebastian.
Sebastian. Did we ever get Lady du Maurier's first name?
Nope.
Okay. So she's just Lady.
But she's Lady DM, which is kind of sweet, really.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you haven't think of that. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so the kitchen appears to have been tidied up from, you know, last night's chaos when everything was just everywhere. There is, and just another human servant girl just sweeping in the corner. But basically,
Do both
that's the kitchen.
Do both Astrid and this other human girl have the collars, or is it just
Yep,
the girl? Or...
yeah. Every servant in the house wears this thick leather band around their necks.
Okay.
Astrid, sweetheart, have you got any food? We're starving. Well, I'm hungry, but he's starving.
Yeah, I mean, we've got loads of bread, got some fruit, a bit of meat in the cold storage left over from last night. So I don't really know how good it is, but help yourselves, loves.
I'll
Help
take some of that.
yourselves.
Oh, it was
Yeah.
a star. It was a star, honestly. Everything all right after last night now?
Yeah, everything's fine. You know, no hard feelings. You know, I get what you were going for, and I'm sorry I was a bit prickly with you. I know
It's
you mean
alright.
well.
We only trying to keep everybody safe. Do you know what I mean? It's what we were paid for, I suppose. We're going to be hanging about now. Can you make sure there's a little bit of food set aside, especially some meat for that one over there?
Yep, no worries at all. And she disappears for a second into the pantry. She comes out with like a little bottle of milk, and she just pours a bit into a dish for you and slides it.
You are a star, and I love you a lot. Thank you so much. That's
all right,
awfully
love.
thoughtful of you.
Jesus,
Okay.
that's some good charisma.
Speaking of these collars, can we get a look at them? Like, can we kind of sneakily, without looking like we're perving on them, get close and have a
I
look at
think-
the collars?
I think while Darren's around, it's probably not a good idea.
Astrid does notice that you're staring at her neck a bit, and she pulls the top up a bit. She's like,
Sorry.
That's what normally happens. Yeah.
They probably have tonight. I am sorry, darling. I am.
sorry.
No, stop it!
I'm just gonna take some bread and give that to Barnaby.
What are you feeding a dog bread for? Come here, love. And she takes the dog and gives him a bit of meat. She's like, oh, poor little bugger. There you go.
Thanks. Barnaby's my best friend.
Feed your dog properly.
He's my best friend.
If you've got any scraps or anything that you're about to throw away, I would happily take them off your hands. It's not for me. It's for a friend.
She looks at you.
Blythic.
She looks at you like you're a very strange person. She's like, we've got the compost heap, but
That's not quite
I
what
wouldn't
was going
fancy
for.
chances in there. It's a bit
Okay.
a bit nasty.
All right, no worries. I've still got some food from yesterday, so it's fine.
So you guys just took in to basically you just stood around in the kitchen, just
Snacking away, yeah.
Yeah.
She thinks I'm a pervert and Matt's a homeless person. This is going well.
To be honest, she's not far off. So
But she's clearly a cat lady, so all is well.
yeah, she's like, oh, you poor loves. Have you not eaten in a while?
No,
Oh, really?
Not in a
No,
while.
it's been a while, yeah.
They left us some slightly stale bread and some jugs of water for when we got back to our
But it's
the
all right
guards'
because
quarters last night. So
at least we all made it back to the guards' quarters. We reckon one of our friends has been well, there were two fellas last night running about, and we think one of them might have been taken away, but God alone knows where.
Well, I mean, if he's been taken, who took him? Do you know?
Oh,
It's
it's all so hazy.
yeah, we.
How much did you guys drink last night?
Well, we like to make. I'm a cat. We're not being funny. Where we see, we drink.
She drinks piss sometimes.
Yeah, it's true.
And I'll drink it and make you lot drink it. Jesus Christ, what is wrong with you?
she made me drink piss.
On second thought, I'd rather not know what you guys got up to last night. Are you quite finished with your breakfasts? I'll clear
Yes,
everything
thank you,
away. I'll
Astrid.
make sure that
You wouldn't
Darren
have a
feeds you
glass of
properly,
piss to
though.
go with it, would you?
Okay, right, that's enough. Right, we'll see you later. See you, bye. And she starts ushering you out, and she's like pushing Darren as well, and he's like, oh. She's like, get out of my fucking kitchen. You're all been ushered back into the hallway. You've eaten your food. Astrid now thinks you're all fucking nutty.
Cool, thanks guys. Yeah, we're building rapport, but not you just stamp all over that. That's fab. That's
Hey,
the last sorcerer milk I
at
have
least-
this entire
least no one
campaign.
knocked her
Cheers,
out.
yeah.
So,
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah.
Darren is stood there in the hallway, a bit bewildered like yourselves. He's like, "What? Just?" So he's like kind of dusting flour off him, secondary contact from Astrid, and he's like, "Okay then, onwards we'll go then to the apartments." So
Excellent.
You go through a series of more hallways. You get the impression that the House du Maurier is fucking massive. It's practically a palace. So he takes you through to the apartments. You've all got individual rooms. They're all very nicely furnished. A nice big 4-poster bed. That you, Brad, might have a bit of difficulty getting in, seeing as it's quite a tall bed. So there is like a little stool that has been brought out for you for your bed.
Oh, that's kind of them.
Thanks.
That's very thoughtful.
There's wardrobes, there's a little desk. There is a window, every room has a window, but again, with the heavy, big velvet curtains over. It's all pretty dark and gothic.
What?
That's not hair dye.
What is that?
It's a giant link.
Sorry,
Wow.
Steve's just come home and he's brought me a giant link.
Happy Christmas. Wow.
So,
That's pretty neat, okay?
That's pretty neat.
You can put that in your room.
So he went out for hair dye and came back with a giant link.
he's
Yes.
like Jack from Jack and the Beanstalk. Someone tried to sell him some magic beans. Look what I got!
You fool.
It's basically how his shopping trips go, yeah. Oh, no stands. Okay, yeah, cool. I remain blonde for a little while longer. Sorry, my bad.
That's good. It's
Um,
cool. It's fun.
While we're sort of being shown around and stuff, is it possible to talk to Darren about what happened last night?
Yeah, I feel like he is just standing there,
Yeah.
making sure you're all settled. Everything. like
Darren,
that.
I had a bit of trouble sleeping last night. It was mainly just because of the events that took place. I just kept going over everything in my head, and there just seemed to be something about that man wasn't quite right. Do you know who he is?
I do not know who he is precisely. We do have him currently in our custody. We are currently questioning him to see exactly what his intentions were last evening.
Okay.
All I know is that he claims to be a man called Abraham.
About as much as we do.
Isaac,
Very well.
Isaac. You know you can do like the scan thing. Do more
Oh,
of
there's a thing. Right, you can do like insight checks. Don't forget that.
Oh,
yeah, do more of the scan
let's do an
things.
insight. Oh, let me do an insight check because I've got a little tick next to that.
No.
Boom.
One of the few things I do actually have. I think. Okay, let's do an insight check then. I'll just roll a d20 and then add my modifier.
Yep.
There we go.
Whoa.
Fuck's sake.
Oh.
That's a 6. Jesus Christ.
He could tell you he was the Maharaja of India and you would believe him.
Yeah.
Can I do the same actually? It's like
Yeah,
the plus
like-
one.
I had +4. I was like, this is gonna be amazing.
D20 plus one, yeah?
Yep.
I have no insight, so I'm not going to bother.
I was gonna say I haven't got it ticked,
Better
so I
than
don't
me.
see the.
11.
Yeah.
11.
Slightly better.
Uno momento, por favor.
Well, you don't believe he's the Maharaja. At the very
It's
least.
the start.
Okay, so you get the sense that there is something he's holding back. He's not being fully honest with you, but you don't know whether that's because he's an evil bastard or whether he's just not super trusting of you guys.
It's probably
Probably the first one.
Look, just because you're adamant that he's evil, we've got no evidence to say that that's the.
I trust myself, you know?
Are you always correct?
Yep. Ask 47, he knows.
All I know is you nearly got us killed several times, so I'm not sure I can trust you.
Yeah, you did
Yeah, that.
like decide to mid-battle distract 2 of your own party members, so that their opponents
'cause they
could
roll-
move away and.
They rolled poorly.
By the way,
Well, that's-
while you're
okay.
discussing this, you're doing so in front of Darren,
Yeah.
talking about how you've distracted each other in battle, and he's like, well, I'm sure that's an interesting story. I do have other matters to attend to.
Are
Now-
you sure? It is a really good story, actually.
Yeah,
His-
so I was like, nah, 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 nah.
Oh,
And they were like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
I'm
and we had bottles of weed that we were throwing at each other. And... yeah, no, it was a really good night last night. Fair play, yeah.
Good party.
Okay, well, I'm sure it was an event. I shall leave you to get settled. There is a music room and a salon where you can lounge and rest. Otherwise, the rest of the house is pretty much open to you. As I said before, please do leave the ladies' private living apartments.
Are they locked?
Shut up,
'Cause
Brad.
I'd hate to accidentally go in when I wasn't supposed to. If they're all locked up, then I know that if the door's locked, I can't go in.
Yes, they are. They're all secured. It is very obvious which are her private areas and not for you to enter.
Okay. Is there anywhere I can get a bath?
Yes, actually, there is a wash area not too far from here, and he shows you it's just around the corner. There's like a nice posh bathroom with like a big copper tub in the middle. I will have
need
one
a
of the
bath.
servant girls prepare a bath for you.
So I'll go for a bath, lads.
Together!
No, let's just do that.
Bring the dog.
Possible.
If you do require
God.
any sort of assistance, there are servant bells that can be rung, and he shows you like there's a series of bells on the wall. One's like to the seneschal, which is his office. There's one to the kitchen, one to the general laundry people, one to just a servant summoning bell.
What kind of...
I knew exactly where you were going with this. And I was like, I wonder if Brad's going to pick up on that. He did.
Like, if I need a spot in my back that I can't quite get to...
They are household servants. They're not pleasure slaves. They are not
I
anything.
didn't ask about that. I asked...
You have pleasure slaves.
Reach.
Although they are servants in this house, they do demand respect. I would expect that you treat them as such. If I hear of any untoward behavior, I will personally throw you out of this house myself.
I was just asking. No.
No need to be so rude.
Yeah, Jesus. Guy asked a
And with
question.
that, he spins on
Throw
his
it back
heel
in your
and
face.
walks out. He just leaves
Christ.
you.
Where's
He's
the
gone.
music room?
Cool. So has he left us in the corridor outside of our...
Yes, so
Rooms, yeah.
the guest apartments is basically like an entire wing of the mansion, where there's individual rooms where you sleep, but there is like a salon and a music room that are very obvious what they are. The big open rooms. There's the washroom. There's like a little dining area, that kind of thing. So you left just in that wing.
I am going to head to the washroom. I stink after all that running about and stuff. And I don't know when I'm likely to be able to get. So I'm going to take this opportunity to go and go to the washrooms and give myself a bit of a wash down. Scrub a dub dub.
I want to pull 47 to one side for a second here. Have a little chat. Ensemble. Be like, hey, so back in the guards' chambers where we were hanging out this morning, you didn't seem to be on the same page as Isaac here, and you know, if he's not going to rescue Abraham, we did a shit thing, right, by letting him being taken off by the undead, right? So we really need to get Isaac on side for this because he's a big dude, you know, and he's really fun to hide behind, right? So I really think that in order to get him on side, we need to get him that proof that he wants, right? So how's about me and you do a little bit of a scouting mission, go and pick some locks and get in there and find some weird kinky shit that Lady Demorier gets up to and bring that to Isaac. Huh?
Are you going to yell at the top of your voice and ruin everything again? Because scouting didn't go so well for you last time.
I wasn't scouting, okay? I wasn't scouting. I was just doing my thing. And that was only because it was really dark in there at the time. And I was like, hey, it's really dark in here. Because it was really dark in there.
Should... Okay, well, if you have a plan, I'm happy to go along with it. I'm just here for the coin, anything to entertain me until then.
So what do you think we should loop anyone else in on this thing, or?
I
just
think the
me?
cat's okay. We should probably bring her with. Should we tell Isaac? I think he'd be more inclined if he saw things with his own eyes.
No, but we're gonna take it and bring it to him.
Okay.
Okay, let him go have his bath, and that's fine. And then we'll bring him stuff while he's in the bath, and we're like, ha! We can't go anywhere now. And now we've got this fucking, thing.
You're telling the cat though, because she scares me.
Hey, what's new, pussycat? Get over here. You're muted, Pip.
Who's she talking to?
Oh yes, I am.
You were, yeah.
I was thinking you were being very quiet.
Uncharacteristically so.
So fucking rude. So mean.
So we were gonna go and we were gonna try and get Isaac on side with going to rescue Abraham by going and investigating and finding some weird shit in Lady de Maurier's quarters. So
Okay.
you want in?
I mean, is Lady de Maurier the right place to start?
Okay, that's an interesting viewpoint. Where would
Where's
you? Where would you
Darren's
start?
room?
That's the thing, right? So
Ooh.
it's Darren that he has the issue with. It's Darren that he feels something like I don't get heebie-jeebies, right? But he feels some kind of weird heebie-jeebies about Darren, right? But he can't tell whether they're like good heebie-jeebies, like, oh look, this guy has a little pet that lives in his arm, or like bad heebie-jeebies, oh look, this undead monster is going to kill us. So maybe that's where we need to start.
Ooh, maybe.
But I'm on side totally. I totally get it. And I don't wanna be in the way of your plans or anything. But I feel like we shouldn't try and stealth too hard. Yes, Brad? Yes.
Shouldn't try and what too hard?
Stealth.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna stealth at all.
Good. Let's not, absolutely attract all the attention in the world.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Why would I?
I
I'm
know.
just a bird. I definitely want to get anyone's attention.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. Maybe Darren's the right place to start instead.
Do we know where his room is?
We know what it's called. We've got a bell line going to it, right?
Ooh.
Yeah,
Smart.
see? She
Yeah.
nodded.
Yeah. Yeah. When your DM nods at you, it's generally like, oh, they're onto it. Okay.
Yeah.
It's when I
Let's do
start
that.
smiling when you should be worried.
So
Done.
No.
It's when you raise an eyebrow and I'm like, I'm going to write that down.
yeah.
Cool. Let's do this. Let's.
So let's go look for Darren's room then. While Isaac is scrubbing himself.
He just goes,
With a little demon helping him.
No.
Get my back, buddy.
No.
okay, so you three set out to find Darren's quarters then.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay, so are you following the bell line?
Yep.
Okay, so you do notice that it goes right up into the ceiling, up to the curving bit, but you follow it through the logical direction. So you're wandering around the halls a bit. There's a few servants that are like, what are you doing? Because you're looking up at the ceiling as you're walking on, going, oh, yeah. There's a few servants that are like, can I help? And you're just like, it's fine. You carry on walking. You do arrive at a very more utilitarian-looking area. It's still nice. It's still posh. It's like all nice wood and stuff, but it's not as like marbly and ornate as the rest of the house is, the palace. So you do get the impression that this is the servants' areas. It's a bit low-key. You do come across a corridor. There is a big wooden door, and on the front there's a little brass plate and inscribed beautifully in there with gorgeous calligraphy. It says Seneschal, so this is Darren's office,
Cool.
as it were.
Right.
Found it.
So now we need to work out if he's in there, if we can get in.
Yeah, I forgot
Well-
to mention that corridor that you're in is currently empty. There's no one there. You get the impression that the rest of the servants are off doing servant-y things. They're not currently in there.
Well, before we try and do something mad, we should probably just knock and see if he's in there.
I was
Right.
going to suggest that. but I would suggest that it's me that does it.
Yes.
So that if it's me and I do something that he doesn't like, he's going to kick me out. So that it'll give you guys an opportunity to get in there and check out shit.
Okay.
I was literally about to say, if you knock on the door and there's something going on somewhere that requires his attention, you're really good at holding people's. Well, I should hope you're really good at holding people's attention.
Yeah.
Again, -2. I don't know what you want. You're not meant to love me.
Okay. So can I roll to knock the door?
You can just knock. You'd have to
Okay.
roll to knock.
Can
Oh, I
You
missed
break the door down.
Listen here, fuckers.
can I
Yeah, so
roll
you-
to stealth somewhere while he is knocking?
Yeah, if you like, you can stealth.
Okay, cool. I'm stealthed then.
Can I just go and hide around the corner of the corridor?
Yep, you
Does
can
that
ride
not
around the
make
corner.
more fucking sense?
So
Yes, but this
Brad's
requires
knocking.
dice rolling.
47 is stealthing, and Kitlin is hiding around the corner.
Cool.
Okay, so I'm going to need you to roll for stealth.
What do I roll?
Do you have it checked?
Plus, I do.
So it's a d20 plus whatever you have.
Okay, 1 sec.
Like, I can just roll a d20, but it's not going to come out well.
Oh!
23.
Yeah.
Okay, so in the second, while Brad
Like a ninja.
takes to pull his tunic down and prepare himself for this knock, you've disappeared. No one can see you. You've slipped into the shadows and you're just gone. Kitlin's like, oh shit, I thought there was 3 of us. So Brad squares himself, he takes a deep breath, and his tiny little hand goes. And he like listens, there's no sound, you put your little ear to the door. Nope, nothing there.
Okay,
That stealth
fine.
roll that would have been useful, like, I imagine like an hour down the line, and you've wasted it now, right?
Yeah, that's my good roll gone now.
Brad, is there a keyhole you can through?
Matt, you're not there. Stop it.
Sorry.
Why do you not just /W him?
Oh yeah, I didn't think about that.
No
He's like-
metagaming, you shits. He's not there. You don't get a say.
All right.
I'm not even going to.
Can I
try.
start throwing ideas around? I'm just in my dungeon.
So-
On the wind.
Can we like investigate the door to see if there's like an easy way in? Like, is there
I
a
was just gonna
key
try the handle.
hidden somewhere?
Yeah, try the handle.
I was gonna
Okay,
try the
yeah,
handle.
yeah, that works.
So you reach up with your tiny little hands because obviously it's a normal sized door and you're obviously tiny. So you like and pull it and you hang on for a second. You do a little jump and it door swings open. And like,
See, fuckers.
Okay, right. If I've learned anything ever, we need to go in and shut the door behind us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay? Okay, nice and quiet, nice and steady. Walk in, close the door behind you.
Don't let Brad close up.
No, for God almighty sake, you close it. You're the you're the sneaky one. Close it.
So we walk in and I quietly close the door.
it's like a as the door shuts. So it's quietly shut too. You're
And we-
inside Darren's office now. And it's his office / living quarters. So it's
Okay.
all partitioned away. So he has like a desk with a few papers on it and a quill. There's like a lantern on the desk so he can see what he's writing. There's a bookshelf with like books and stuff on it, like little ornaments. And behind like a partition at the far edge of the room, there is like a screen and like a stand where you can get dressed. You notice there is no bed in this room.
Oh, so it's just
There's a window on the far wall, and again, heavy curtains are draped over it. So there's no light coming through.
Right, for a start, I'm gonna open the window. You guys search in case there's a bed, but rifle through drawers, rifle through friggin' everything.
I want to inspect the bookshelf and see what kind of books he has.
All right, roll a investigation check.
Okay. Investigation.
Just looking at my character sheet here, that's a naught for me. So good job, I'm not there.
I wouldn't worry. It's like he's not there either.
So you You clamber up, you pull one or two off, you're like, these are words, and put it back.
I know these
Can
words.
can I
You're
do
really
the
disappointed that there's
same?
none with pictures in it. They're all
There's no boobs in these books at all. It's pointless.
He pulls one off. He's like, "Ooh," and he just stands there reading it. You're meant to be looking through those. Oh yeah.
Can I just sigh at Brad and have a look for like any kind of letters or notes or anything like that that could be?
Yeah.
There.
Roll an investigation check again. So you're gonna be rifling through his desk. See what you
Okay.
can.
Oh!
Shit. Okay, so you have a look. You turn on the lantern so you can see, because otherwise it's really, really dark in here. You have a rifle through. There's a few that are just like general household stuff. So stuff like, like shopping lists and stuff like the Lady du Maurier wants. So she's got to put in an order for a new silk bodice and stuff like that, and Damon's have to go get it for her.
I'll give that to Brad. He'd be
There's one or
interested in
two
that.
on there that are like correspondence with other nobles, so that these are the party invitations and just general like house dealings, like someone's requested an audience and he's just turning them down. Someone wants to send across their son as a potential suitor for the Lady du Maurier, and she's not interested at all, so Darren has to diplomatically tell them to go fuck themselves. There are a few letters on there that discuss the trade of it's very vague. It just says artifacts
Hmm.
and the goods. It's very vague. There's not much detail in those ones. They are kept purposely vague. You can tell through your knowledge as a rogue that they are written in some sort of code. You don't know what the exact code is or what it stands for, but you do know that it is a code.
Can I just open the curtains?
Yeah, you just pull back the curtains and dust goes flying. Those curtains have not been opened in like decades. Everyone's like,
I don't need to do this throughout the rest of the house, Christ.
The pale sunlight just filter through. It gives you a bit more of a view of this room. It's all the furnishings are very dark. All the wood is dark. Light obviously does not find its way into this room very often.
I'm
But you can
gonna
see it.
take that letter and keep it.
Okay.
Can I get a door, or not a door? Can I get a chair and wedge it up against the door?
Yeah.
That's like our only escape. What are you doing?
Well, it's just so as we're not interrupted before we need to be.
Right. Okay.
I'm not-
Leah,
What
oh,
happens
sorry.
if you
You
are?
find an iron ring with some keys on it as well in the drawers.
Oh, I'm definitely taking that. Can I try and lock the door then?
Yeah. I mean, there's like
Yeah.
15 keys on this ring. You might be there a while.
Hmm.
Can I try
I'll have
rifling
pictures
through
as
his
well.
personal things?
Yeah, you go through his personal drawers if you like. Investigation check.
It's just as strangely funny then. Oh no.
Is there a map anywhere? We really need a map of the house.
There's no maps, no.
Damn.
Ah.
That would
Oh.
be too handy.
So you're rifling through his drawers and you pull out like his breeches and stuff like that. You're like, ugh. There's like linen shirts and things like that. One or two on the bottom, like shoved into a corner, have got a very large dark stain down the front of them. But you
I'm
don't know
not
what it
drinking a
is.
skid mark potion.
And this is on a shirt. It's on a linen shirt with a big red stain down the front, like dark red.
Somebody had a good night.
Can I take that away with me?
Yeah, you can take it.
His shirt.
Yep.
Fucking witch doctor.
Same.
Wow.
You have no idea how many potions I can make out of that. Like, if I find out what that is, holy gods.
So, we've not come across anything particularly incriminating here, is what we're saying.
No, other than
Wait,
this
wait,
letter.
take a look at this shirt for me. What does this look like to you?
Yeah, fair point.
I didn't get a particularly good look at it, but can you guys look at it instead of me?
Yeah, if you want to look at it,
Can I
investigation
investigate
checks,
the shirt? Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
Well done. Well done. Go! Look at him!
Oh.
He's got big rolls today.
So as Leah's about to look at it, Brad grabs it. He's like, "Let me have a look," and he pulls it down. And he looks at it, gives it a little scratch, and he's like, "Oh, yep, that is blood. That is dried blood."
All right, well, I'm probably going to feel the most comfortable with carrying this shirt around, but
Yeah.
if ever there was something to make you feel like there was something a bit wrong,
Well, whose blood is that? I guess is the question that we need to be asking here. Is that Darren's shirt? Is that his blood?
I'm not being funny. I can turn it into health poultices. That's as far as my knowledge on it goes, I feel. Blood typing, probably not one of my strengths in any way, shape, or form. But, I mean, that's pretty grim.
It's pretty grim. We'll take it. You know,
Yeah.
we'll see what else we can.
We can go and put it on Isaac and be like, "Hey, dude, look. So there was this shit, and we found it, and it was in Darren's place, and it's kind of grim." And then he'll be like, "Yes, Darren's kind of grim."
And I did also find this suspicious letter talking about, like, I don't know, trading very weird stuff. I reckon the shirt and that, something
Like-
isn't quite right here. You'll
Like
see
things,
that, right?
or like people, or like
Just like
chemicals, or like, because I mean, we trade in body parts in and out all the time, but we have to be really,
artifacts and
Specific.
things. Not quite
Oh.
body parts, but
I gotta read that letter just to.
sure.
Yeah.
I give it to Brad, even though I don't trust him with it.
Before he just rips it up in front of you, like, no.
Yep, do an investigation check if you like.
Yay!
I feel like we should get out of here soon.
Yeah, you have been in there for about 10 minutes now. Fucking hell. Okay, so you definitely know it's a code. You're like, oh yeah, this is suspect shit. Okay, you don't know what the code is. You haven't seen the codex which would break this code, so you don't know exactly what it is. But you do know that this is discussing the trade of artifacts and goods. Like I said with Leah, it is very vague, but it's like, oh, we will give you 200 gold pieces for this artifact, and vice versa, blah blah blah.
Are there any kind of sigils in there that I might recognize or anything like that?
There's decidedly no markings on it, and
Okay.
you know that that's in case it ever did get intercepted, it
Cool.
can't be tied to a certain person.
Cool. So, Kitlin, you made a fair point. We have been here a little bit too long.
We've been here a little while now.
Let's go back to Isaac, yeah?
Let's do it.
Yeah, but I'm a bit worried about going out through that door. We need to check first that there's nothing behind it.
Would that be investigation or perception? To peek through the
Perception.
Perception.
door hole?
All three of us?
Perception. Well, who's going up to the door first?
Who?
Is
What do you guys
Brad
have?
at the right height?
Yeah, he would be about eye height with the keyhole. Yeah.
There you go, Brad. Off you pop.
It's gonna end badly.
This is gonna go horribly wrong.
Oh wow!
So
Wow.
Ugh.
I can never
he
crit
puts his
fail.
face against it. He's like, can't see shit. He's basically looking at the lock mechanism. He's not thought to look past. Just sees the blackness is like at an angle, and he's just seen the black inside the lock and gone, yeah, it's fine.
Good job, guys.
And you're sure there's nothing out there, yeah?
Pretty sure.
Okay, let's open the door.
Yeah. We'll just
Fuck it.
Cool.
just give me 2 seconds. You know this shirt that I have.
Uh-huh.
I'm just gonna like I can like screw that up and put it in with my little bit of bloody rags, yeah? I mean, if I'm gonna get caught, we need to hang on to that, right?
Yeah, true.
I don't know what the rest of you are gonna do.
The only thing is, though, that it may tarnish Isaac's.
Well, no, because the rags are like little bits of whatever.
Okay,
This
yeah.
is like a whole sod-off shirt, you know?
Okay.
Okay, so let's hide the stuff we found in there and then leave.
Okay, so you all apprehensively like open the door. It's like Scooby-Doo. There's like 3 heads above each other. As you put your heads around the door, there's no one there in the corridor. It's fine. It's all black as it was before. Slowly open, like, And you all hurry out really quickly and shut it behind you. Like, make your way back down the hallway. Just as you're walking down out of the servants' quarters, Darren walks past you and gives you an inquisitive look as if to question just what are you doing in that area. But he decides he doesn't want to know your explanation, especially coming from Brad, so he just lets it go and carries on his way.
Advantage right there.
Now, shit. Did we close the curtains?
Oh shit.
Presumably, there's a fine layer of dust over everything as well now.
Yeah.
It's fine. It was some overreaching servant girl that we passed in the corridor, like on our walk.
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
So can we head back to Mr. Isaac now? Is he done cleaning his balls? Like.
Okay, so you make your way back to the guest apartments. Isaac, what are you doing in the meantime?
I've just dried myself off, and I'm just putting all my armor and stuff back on in my kind of guest room, but the door is open so they can see that I'm just in there.
Cool. Okay, so you
live with your door open. Voyeur.
Especially given how he fucking looks with his crazy demon shit.
It wasn't open the entire time. It's open now.
Cool.
So you've all made your way back without incident. You get a few nods off a few servants. There was the dwarven woman that you saw at the party. She gives you a nod as you walk past. You see Astrid. She gives you a quick wave out of the kitchen as you walk past.
I'm surprised after earlier.
No, she's giving it to Caitlin, not you two.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
You're back at
I presumed as
the
much.
apartments.
Cool. So, I suppose we should go up to Isaac now. Up to Isaac's room. And,
You don't have to repeat everything you've said because Matt technically has heard it. So if you just say like you filled him in on what you found.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
showed him, and yeah.
We do that.
So you opened the curtains in his room, but you didn't close them again. So
Maybe.
I love that that's the bit that you're sticking on, right? I have brought you a shirt covered in blood. We have brought you keys, and we have brought you clearly a coded piece of paper. And they were worried about a pair of curtains that we couldn't possibly have got into.
I'm just saying that you've gone into the butler's quarters to be all sneaky.
It's like you're not listening to me. It's genuinely like you're not listening to me. I feel kind of offended.
I'm just
I
concerned.
genuinely feel kind of offended by the way that you're speaking to me right now. I've brought you the things that you wanted. The boys helped. Yes, they did good job. Well done, boys.
Thanks, Caitlin. Thank you.
You're very welcome, sweetheart, right? And now you are bringing me down, saying that I haven't done a good enough job. Did you go? No, you sat there and washed your bits.
For an overly long time, I might add.
Can I roll persuasion?
It was like 20 minutes.
Who are you wanting to persuade?
Shit,
Persuading Isaac to get on board.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Go for it. Try it.
What is it exactly that you're suggesting here?
I'm suggesting you get with the program, buddy. We need to go rescue Abraham.
What is this program?
Go rescue Abraham.
I am interested. What is said program?
Yes, what is this program that you speak of?
We
Go
rescue Abraham from the foul clutches of the vile undead.
What?
Has anybody ever noticed how dark it is round here? As in, there are no curtains open. Not in anywhere we go, there are any curtains open. And those curtains have been shut for an awfully long time. That doesn't add to that weird heebie-jeebie feeling we've got going on, right?
So,
Are you saying we should run around the house and open all the curtains?
I'm saying that might kill everybody in here.
It could do.
Okay.
Kill. Can't kill the undead.
Kill them again.
So basically, what you're saying to me that you believe Darren is a vampire.
It explains so much. You don't even understand.
That's what you're saying, isn't it?
Is
Without
my
actually
14
saying
good enough
it,
to persuade him?
that's what you're saying.
Yeah.
DM, can I get a call on that?
Roll a perception, Matt. It's the first intergroup conflict. Woo! Oh, Matt, you believe
Ooh.
everything he's telling you.
Boom.
You find yourself persuaded.
So,
Well, you find that his arguments make a bit more sense. You know, you're more inclined to believe what they're saying.
let's get our arses down to the dungeon. We'll rescue Abraham. We'll get the fuck out of here, and we'll burn the place down. It'll be great.
Okay,
and you
but
believe me.
Okay, let's start with the dungeon part and see about
that's
the burning
fine.
the place
Who's
down.
paying me?
It doesn't matter. I've
When the
persuaded you.
place burns down, gold doesn't melt. You'll be fine. You'll be all right.
You'll find some treasure along the way.
And the treasure of friendship.
Justice is its own reward, I think.
Not worth it.
Before we go any further, is there any like library type areas that we have access to that aren't like off limit? I know you said there was a music room.
There's
I wasn't
like
sure if there was like a little library or a study or something that
Yeah.
might have some books in.
adjacent to the music room. There is in the salon. There are bookcases. On them, it's like general populist novels, encyclopedias, stuff like that.
Like 50 Shades of Grey and all that kind of thing.
There's nothing that might catch my interest either, like family history or anything like that.
Roll an investigation check.
Roll high, roll high, roll high.
You know.
There are one or two books about the local history of Salem. You know, like genealogy ones, like the families, blah blah blah.
What about
Is there
this
anything about?
family?
Is there anything specifically about Du Mauriers and Allegra and Sebastian?
You flicking through one of the books, you do see an entry on the Du Maurier family. It's not super detailed. It's basically saying they are a family. They have held a seat in Salem at the House Du Maurier, and they've been here for about 500 years altogether. The family. It lists names, like all sorts of names, like going back quite a few. Near the bottom, there is Allegra, there is Sebastian, and then there is Lucretia.
Ah.
That's a suspicious
I
name.
can't find my pen.
But we don't know.
Would it alarm any of you to learn that one of my friend's daughters?
Yes, that is alarming as hell.
Did
Yeah.
they name her after the Borgia? Because she was fucking weird. She had a child with her brother, for fuck's sake.
I don't know. She did that.
Lady Du Maurier has not had a child with her brother. I'd like to just state that.
Okay.
We don't know that yet. Maybe she has.
If she did have any children, they would be listed in this book. But
Is
Yeah,
it?
it's telling us
Does it
that-
kind of give any kind of timeline at all, or like years of
Nope.
where they were, or? Okay.
No, it's got like a family tree-ish, but there's no dates on any of the family trees. So there's Allegra and Sebastian, and then off that is Lucretia. She's their only child.
As far as we're aware, Allegra and Sebastian aren't here.
No, you haven't seen them.
I mean, Lucretia is the lady of the house, so that would suggest to me either they're dead somewhere else.
Yeah, you've not seen them. None of the servants have mentioned them or anything like that.
Okay.